Hello, I am Fritz Stamberger for IslandOnlineNews.com, and we are live on Google Hangouts, and we will be debating live biblical creationism versus the false lie of evolution. So prepare for some excitement here. This is the first broadcast, so maybe I'll do a short introduction and then try to figure out how to paste the link so that others can join right from YouTube here. So you'll have to excuse me while I iron out some of the wrinkles on our flagship broadcast happening live now. Okay, we are going to be debating the evolutionists who believe that man evolved from a pile of goo into you, and that your great-great-great-grandfather was a fish with feet, which I believe is a lie from the devil himself. And as we go to the first page of, well, I'm not sure if it's on the first page, but in the book of Genesis, where Satan says to Eve, "Ye shall be as gods," and that was the lie of evolution, that you shall be as God. So the originator of the theory of evolution is the devil himself, not Charles Darwin. We're going to be going through lots of the evidences. I hope to do a weekly, I would like to do a nightly show, but we may be weekly at first. We'll have to see how it goes. And we are going to get atheists and evolutionists and all those who would like to debate this subject in the YouTube community to come on over to Google Hangouts, and let's see what you've got. Let's see what your evidence is for evolution, and see if it can stand up to real science and real scientific inquiry. So one of the first things I'd like to learn how to do here is just to put the link so that anyone can join. So I'm going to close down the Google Plus, which I've never actually used, never wanted, but we all seem to have been forced into the Google Plus, and here we are. So I'm just, if anyone can make a comment in the video, or of how to add a link to get people to come into the Hangout. As I said, this is the first show, so you're going to have to excuse the my lack of knowledge of how to use the program, and but hopefully sooner rather than later we can get some atheists or evolutionists in the room to debate live on the subject of creation versus evolution. I've got a few books with me. Number one, my King James Bible, which has the true story of creation and how the world came about, and is my foundation for my whole entire worldview. So that is my number one book that I will be using. And I've got a couple other books here. I've got Science in the Bible by Henry Morris. I have, let's see, Answers to Tough Questions Skeptics Ask the Christian Faith. So if you have tough questions, go ahead, give me a shot. I probably won't need to reference any books, but and I'll see if I can help you out. I've got Lee Strobel's Case for Faith, and also The Case for Christ. Lee Strobel was a journalist who was a skeptic and decided to investigate Christianity, biblical Christianity, and find out who Jesus was and if Jesus was who he said he was. And he became a Christian and has gone on to write several books about the subject. Case for Faith here. He goes all through evidence and Um, well, we can get into that later. So I've got the Bible as history. Yes, it is history. It is not a fairy tale. There are no fairies in the Bible. So if you want to debate me on that, come on in. We have more evidence that demands a verdict by Josh McDowell. It's got a lot of good apologetic stuff in there. You want to debate philosophy. You want to try to pit your atheist, materialist, false worldview against the true biblical Christian worldview in Jesus Christ. Come on in here and we can talk about that. I've got Reasonable Faith by Dr. William Lane Craig, which is a hard read, but I like some of Craig's arguments. The moral argument, especially, is one that I agree with. And if you think that morality is subjective and not objective, and you think that society dictates morality or you dictate morality, come on in and let's debate the topic. I'm going to have another look around here to see if I can find the link. Let's see here. Chat, screen share. And if anybody knows how to paste a link to YouTube to invite people to the broadcast, that would be really helpful. I'm going to try and bring up another window here and go to the live feed on YouTube and see if this is even working, because otherwise I'll be sitting here talking to a machine for an hour and nobody will see it. And that won't be very educational, so I'm going to head over here to my YouTube channel, Island Online News. We've been broadcasting for about 5 years. My channel began back in 2006, 2007, when there was a heavy geoengineering and a chemtrail operation happening on Vancouver Island. And I went to all the news media on the island, and no one would cover it. And it was bad, so I started my own channel and started videotaping and uploading and documenting the geoengineering happening on Vancouver Island, Canada, for a few years. I did that, and well, that's another rabbit trail that we could discuss if you want to come in and debate with me. So I wonder if I can change the trailer on my channel to the live video. That would be good. Nope, doesn't look like I can. That's too bad. So I guess, I don't know, only my subscribers see the video? I'm not sure how it works. So again, I'm just looking for the how to post a link under the, I want to post a link under this YouTube live video feed where so anyone can join the hangout and come debate me on the topic of evolution versus biblical creationism. Evolution is a lie. It is a lie on the same scale as 9/11. It is an official lie with a certain group that has a vested interest in having people believe this lie. It's deception, and there is no evidence to support the false theory of evolution. I'm sure you were given evidence in school that we could discuss, and that's what I hope to do. Is I really want to get a live debate going. I don't want to sit here and give a lecture on why evolution is false. You can just Google that if you want, or watch some of the videos on my page. There's a good one about lactase persistence, and another good one about antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Both are horrible evidence for evolution, but if you want to use that, come on in and we'll talk about it. But there are no beneficial mutations. The information is never gained. Organisms never change their body type or structure in any significant way. You can vary within a kind. You can get a big dog, a small dog, or a big cat or a small cat, but you're not going to ever get a cat with wings or a dog with a horn coming out of the front of its head, or some anatomical difference. There are strict limits to the kinds. If there wasn't, farmers would breed pigs the size of a bus or a house. You know, they would raise cattle that grew to be 5,000 tons, but you can't. There are limits to size. There are limits to the variation that a genetic organism can express based on the pre-existing information in the genome. And just as all human beings descended from two, Adam and Eve, their genetic information is sufficient to cause the variety that you see today. And that's the same as with dogs and with cats. All chickens came from two chickens. All koi fish came from two koi fish. And all humans came from two humans. And I'd like to debate someone live about that right now, if I could just find out how. And so what do you think about evolution? Why do you believe evolution is true or not true? Those are some things you could comment down below. I'd like to, if Bill Nye, the science guy, is out there, Bill Nye, come on in here. Let's have a talk. Let's have a debate right now, live. You know, you're probably sitting at home watching that new Jennifer Lopez video, shaking her booty or whatever. But just pause that for a minute and come on over here to Island Online News and debate me on evolution. Do you want to see? You asked in your debate with Ken Ham if there was. You said, show me one fossil. Show me one fossil that has gone to another layer. Well, polystrate fossils. Google it. There are thousands of trees all over the earth that run through multiple layers of rock strata that was laid down quickly during the flood. So there's 1,000 fossils. So are you convinced? Yeah, I didn't think so, because you see, it's a worldview issue, and it's going to take a little bit more than just presenting evidence to change someone's mind on this topic. I know people have careers invested, they have years of school invested. It's a belief that people are invested in, and it's a way to deny the Creator and deny God, because you believe that you came out of nowhere and turned into a fish, and then grew feet and crawled out onto the land and grew into a man over millions of years, and are on your way to becoming a minotaur, half god, transhuman monster. So if that's what you're looking forward to, is becoming a transhuman minotaur cyborg with your technology embedded into your brain, then I think you need to come on in here and explain why you think that's a good idea, and what you hope to achieve by that, and what kind of improvement you think you're going to add to the human anatomy that's going to evolve it. Are you going to add an exoskeleton suit that will make you super powerful and be able to jump 50 feet high, and that's your way of evolving? Well, that's not evolution. That's following the path to hell, my friend. So come on in here and debate me on that. And as soon as I find the link for how to do that. So I'm going to try going back over to the YouTube page, and hopefully someone will see this and tell me how to post a link so that I can invite some people in. There's some atheists, evolutionists that I've been debating on some of my YouTube videos that have been giving me a hard time just with the name calling and the derogatory comments, and it's tough to put up with. So you know, now I want you to put up or shut up. Come on in here and debate me live, and we'll see who can present the better case on evolution versus biblical creation. Now I'm just trying to get to the video on the YouTube page here so I can post the link again. If anybody wants to email me how to do that at islandonlinenews@gmail.com, go ahead and email me that information right now. It's only 6:05. I was planning on going live at 6, so that was just a warm-up introduction there to the show. Again, we are debating biblical creation versus evolution, and I'm Fritz Stamberger for islandonlinenews.com. And we don't use the .com page very often. I just have it so that no one else takes the name, basically. But there is a lot of information on there, and some archives and stuff like that. And you can check that out if you want. It's islandonlinenews.com. But mostly we are the YouTube page, and so where we upload videos weekly. And again, you're going to have to get patient with me on this first episode of the live show. We're going to debate biblical creation versus evolution, either nightly or weekly or whatever we can do, and hopefully get some exciting debates going on here. I have a few people that I know that also debate this subject, and I'll be inviting them in. I've got some scientists and philosophers and people I will be bringing on into the Hangouts, hopefully. Oh, I see a little button here that says links. Let's check that out. Okay, event page. So I'm gonna. Oh, that's a nice link. So I'm gonna take this link here, bring it over to the. Well, I'll paste it here first on the comments section beside the video, but also I'm going over to the YouTube. Live now. Trying to get to this broadcast on YouTube so I can add the link and get some evolutionists in here to debate live and present their evidence, their best knockout, drop dead, irrefutable evidence for evolution, dun, 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 which I guarantee you I've heard 1,000 times before and can debunk with my eyes closed. So it's just a matter of time before this gets really exciting. So again, this is my first time. I have no idea how to use this software, and I'm just trying to find the video on YouTube, which I can't find at all. The broadcast, so I'm hoping this is broadcasting. I don't know if it even is. And like, where do I even click to find it here? It says live now, Island Online News live now, and then I click on the Island Online News and it goes to my page. That's frustrating. So don't worry, we will get this sorted out, and once I know what to do, it will be a lot more exciting because we'll get a group going on here. We'll get some good discussion. It's Friday night, and being the Christian man that I am, this is pretty exciting for me on a Friday night, is to hang around and talk with a bunch of evolutionists and atheists and other Christians, and just try to have a good-natured philosophical and scientific discussion on the origins of man, the meaning to life, why you're here, where you're going when you leave here. These are some questions that evolution probably can't answer, but Christianity can, and so we will have some answers for you on those. Where did we come from? Did nothing explode and create everything? Is that logical? Does anything ever come from nothing? That's foolishness, my friend. And that is not the way it went down. Well, let's go to the Bible for a minute here before I try to figure this out. I have another crack at this. It says here in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So, in the beginning, time, God created the heaven, space, and the earth, matter. Time, space, matter. Right in the first sentence. In the beginning, time, God created the heaven, space, and the earth, matter. So, there you have it. God created the heaven and the earth. God created time, space, and matter. The Bible says so, and the Bible is true and accurate, and is a supernatural message system from outside of this time domain, with a complex integrated message code spread across thousands of years and dozens of authors. That is a cohesive package that has integrity, that is the truth, and is the words of the Lord and Jesus Christ. And every page of that book is about Jesus Christ. And that book does not make sense unless you know Jesus Christ. So, if you're having a hard time interpreting the book, come on in, and we'll talk about it. So, let's see, event page, copy. Okay, going back to try post a link here. There is another video on my page here that I've just changed the title to, Truth About ISIS in Iron Man 3, ISIS Revealed. The plot of the Hollywood movie Iron Man 3 is fake ISIS videos, manipulation of Western iconography, and custom-made terror threats. Iron Man 3 is about ISIS producing Hollywood-style movies for mass consumption as a manipulation of Western iconography. 3 months later, we have 3 fake beheading videos and a Hollywood-style trailer for ISIS. It is the plot of Iron Man 3. In Iron Man 3, ISIS was actors. It was high-level military industrialists, hired actors to manipulate the perception of people, to draw them into spending more money on Iron Man suits, or bombs, or smart bombs, or tanks, guns, weapons, etc., etc., etc. But I digress, and we're here to talk about creationism versus evolution. Live with the venomous atheists, and hopefully militant atheists, and all other atheists who love the theory of evolution to justify their atheism. Or perhaps you're a Christian and you believe in evolution. Perhaps you just don't believe what the Bible says, and you've just believed a lie, and you think that is somehow compatible with Christianity, which it is not. Come on in and talk about it, and we'll discuss the evolution versus biblical creation. All scientific evidence says that the Earth is thousands, not millions of years old. Things you've been presented with in school are false. Radiometric dating is a alchemical pseudoscience where dates are selected from a metric of dates. Now, if only I could find the link, if only I could find this video on YouTube. I think that I could post this link. I'm going to try and switch over to another account that I have. Oh, I'm messing with something here I shouldn't mess with. And I hope I'm still on air. There's a group chat here, but there's no one in my group. Let's see if I can add one person. Oh, here it says YouTube. Let's push that and see what happens. Granting all kinds of permissions for things that I have no idea what they are. Google. Yep. Okay. What happened? Sorry about this, guys, but as I said, this is my first broadcast, and I'm just trying to figure out the software. And but it's early. It's an early night. It's 20 minutes after 6 here on the west coast of Canada, and it's Friday night, so I've got a little time. Hoping to find some evolutionists to debate live. This is really hard to interpret the symbols. Try to go back to the control room here. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to add a link. If you're getting bored, come back in 5 minutes. Hopefully I'll have it sorted, but it's getting more and more confusing the more little features that open up here. Okay, Google Plus is not a very helpful thing. I never really liked Google Plus. I never wanted Google Plus. I was somehow funneled and forced into Google Plus and find myself there, but quite unfamiliar with the program, how to add a link to my video. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If you know how to add a link to a live Google Plus Hangout, please come to this video and put it in below. I'm going to change the title of this video to please share with me how to add a link in Google Plus Hangouts, and I'm going to come back live when I figure out how to do that, because I can't just sit here all night talking by myself. I'm here to debate, and I want to debate evolutionists, and I'm going to just shut this down and figure out how to add the live link to the video, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to start again live at 6:30 hopefully, and get some debates going on here. So see you then, hopefully.